Hey guys, welcome back to Diecast Reviews. So this is a review on Margaret Motorray, who appeared in the Legend episode of Cars on the Road. She, of course, is one of the Cryptid Buster hunters in the episode that McQueen and Mater later join on to go hunt for a mythical creature, of course, and then they find Ivy. But, yeah, so, of course, she's one of the three Cryptid Buster hunters. We've already gotten Griswold earlier on, actually 2022, when the shows came out. We got him. He was one of the first releases for Cars on the Road. So 2 years later, we've got Margaret Motorray. So if things hold, we'll get 2026. We'll get the RV, of course. Kind of joking there because he is a deluxe, and they're not doing deluxe anymore. The only way they could possibly release him is if they do something like they did with Ivy, and it's an Amazon 3-pack. I could see them doing Margaret Motorray, Griswold, and then the RV as a 3-pack. When I say I see it, it's also like a 20% chance, I think, that they actually do it. So I'm not holding out hope that we actually get the RV. I would love to get the RV, but I don't think we will. So Margaret and Griswold may be as good as it gets. But yeah. Anyways, take a look at the package here. Of course, new for 2024. I do like the card art. She was, of course, more commonly found in Australia, but I'm pretty sure you could find her in the U.S. too. I never did. This is from eBay, but I think you could find her in the U.S. Unlike, of course, Mandy Freudenbender, Margaret, I think, did actually appear in the U.S., so I do believe it was in more limited quantities compared to, Van Campbell, for example, or Jessica Carvel. But I do believe she did appear in the U.S., but like I said, I think minimal quantities. So, of course, another kind of rare release, but she's getting re-released in 2025, which is good for all those people who have not been able to snag her here in 2024. You can see the back here, kind of boring, and reviewed all these cars, so nothing that interesting on the back. But, yeah, of course, you can see from eBay there. I guess this may have been an international purchase, and then I'm not actually sure. And then bought it. I forget who I bought this from. That's what I'm saying. This could be from Australia. It could be from the US. But the tag makes me think this was someone from Australia bought it, because the American stores don't have this tag. Again, I don't remember who I bought this from. But regardless, that's enough talking. Let's get Margaret Motorray out of the package here. So here is Margaret out of the package, and she does look very cool, very unique indeed. So let's get right into the review. Now, I will say I am not actually a big fan of her expression. I prefer the expression that the Mini Racer has much more. Obviously, we'll take a look at the Mini Racer in a little bit, but yeah, not a huge fan of the expression. She kind of just looks sad. I don't know. It's supposed to represent a smile there, but she just looks sad or tired, or, I don't think it fits kind of the vibe they were going with her in the short. So not a fan of the expression, of course, but doesn't take away from the rest of the car, of course. Of course, you've got some taillights. You've got the Range Rover logo there on the grill there. So I'm wondering if there is licensing on the bottom here. It's kind of an irrelevant detail. I'm just curious. I don't see any licensing. Interesting, but of course, Range Rover licensing there on the car. But yeah, moving on to the hood here. Of course, you've got a nice camouflage pattern going. Green, kind of dark blue, and pink. Pretty cool. Go to the side here. Of course, you have Wayne County Cryptid Busters, the logo on the side there, as all the kind of cryptid hunter vehicles have, including McQueen and Mater. Again, the camouflage pattern continues down the length of the side there. Pretty cool. I do like the kind of salmon pink and kind of dark blue or purple or whatever that color is. Looks pretty nice. Kind of a unique camouflage for sure, but pretty cool. And I do like this Cryptid Buster logo they have going on here. In Wayne County, I'm not sure if that's I'm assuming there's a Wayne County in the United States, but I don't think it's I don't think it's a specific Wayne County. I think it's just, a random Wayne, just a name, Wayne County. I don't think they're referencing a specific county in the United States. Hold on. I think there's one in Michigan. I think there's Wayne County in Michigan. But, of course, I don't think they're supposed to be in Michigan. But, yeah, pretty cool. Now, we'll get to the wheels a little bit later because there's another thing there that I want to touch on, and I'm doing a comparison. So we'll get back to that. But, of course, she does have some accessories here. She's got some fuel cans with some X's marked on them. Pretty cool there. Go to the back. Greng D2 license plate. We'll talk about that in a bit too. Of course, got kind of an outline of where a trunk would go, or a trunk is. More camouflage detail, some taillights there. Really like the camouflage detail. Go to the other side here, of course, the Wayne County logo again. And then you do have more fuel jugs. Go to the roof here. Pretty cool. You got some like luggage or whatnot. Yeah, I'd say that's luggage. And then some antennas, because I'm pretty sure that's to hear the microphone that Griswold is holding or something. But just 3 antennas there. Just show them this side. They're like a soft plastic. They bend really easily, but they also won't break. Well, maybe if you bend it too much, but soft plastic, of course. So if you step on it or whatever, it doesn't hurt. And then she's got very big spotlights here on her roof. Pretty cool. I really do like the added details to these Cryptid Hunter cars that they have. You know, McQueen made her, even Griswold here. But yeah, pretty cool details there on Margaret Motorray. Now, let's compare her to the Mini Racer, who, of course, doesn't have the antennas for obvious reasons, but does have all the other features. And there you can see the expression I'm talking about. Really do prefer the expression on the Mini Racer. Very determined expression there, whereas the 155 scale diecast version doesn't, you know, you can see the expressions. You can see which one's better and which one's worse. An interesting thing about the Mini Racer, though, of course, she was released, well, I think earlier this year, right? Or earlier 2025, so earlier last, like, September 2024, or something like that, you know. So we got her kind of, I think we were supposed to get them at around the same time, but considering America didn't really get Margaret Motorray until quite a bit later, most people, I think still some people, the Mini Racer is kind of their first and only real way to get Margaret Motorray as a character. No, hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully more people can get the 155 scale diecast version. It is interesting though, the colors are slightly off. Usually the Mini Racers in the 155 scale diecast have, you know, the colors are spot on, but it's a very minty kind of color green on the Mini Racer, of course a darker green on the 155 scale diecast, as you can see there. But you can see, you know, all the details on the roof and whatnot are very similar. You can see the camouflage pattern as well. Of course, the Wayne County logo there. Interesting, though, of course, that the wheels here on the Mini Racer are dirty. And I'll bring up Griswold here. Of course, you can see his wheels are also dirty. Margaret's rims, though, are completely, you know, tires are black, not dirty at all. So I'm not sure if that was a mistake, because, you know, considering the pattern we've had with Griswold in here, the Mini Racer, her wheels should also be dirty and, you know, muddy and whatnot, but they're not. You know, whatever. Not complaining. There's a Range Rover logo right there I missed, but you can read the license plate on the Mini Racer too, which is pretty cool. You even have the X's on the fuel cans there. So again, the Mini Racer, they do a great job with the Mini Racers, and no exception here on Margaret Motorray. They do look very nice together. Definitely, I think Margaret Motorray Mini Racer is one of the more obscure Mini Racer characters we've got, and I'm all for it. I love when they do the obscure characters. Of course, Dexter Hoover in a 3-pack. I'll mention this. I'm recording this video after I reviewed the Mini Racers 3-packs that you guys sometimes saw in the back of my videos, but I'm pretty sure this video is going to come out before you see those 3-pack reviews. So, you know, sneak peek, I guess. You'll see some Dexter Hoover Mini Racer and some other ones. But anyways, I do like the obscure kind of characters when they turn them into Mini Racers, and Margaret, I think, is definitely one of the more obscure Mini Racers we've gotten. Of course, let's compare her, or not compare her, but, you know, put her next to Griswold here. Got 2/3 of the original, I guess, Wayne County Cryptid Buster crew, and they do look nice together. I mean, they definitely seem like they should go together. Of course, he's got a light here and a boom microphone. Both have kind of luggage on their roofs. See the logos, Wayne County logo. But yeah, they do look very nice together. Of course, I'm pretty sure Griswold is named for the National Lampoon kind of series. I think their first one was Family Vacation. They've done Christmas Vacation. I think they've got a couple of movies. But of course, they're the Griswolds. So pretty cool reference. I'm pretty sure that's also, yeah, I think they're also done by Disney. The movies are made by Disney, so obvious kind of reference there. So pretty cool. I do enjoy kind of Easter eggs like that with the names and stuff, and I'm pretty sure they also drove a station wagon, so I'm pretty sure that's the reason for them having named the station wagon Griswold. So, again, pretty cool Easter egg there, and I do appreciate that. But of course, you've been looking at Margaret this whole time, and you've been saying to yourself, maybe, she's a very similar model to some other ones we have gotten. And of course, she's a repaint of some Cars 2 characters. Now, I'll show one that she's not a repaint of, but they kind of look similar. Miles Axelrod here, of course, from Cars 2. I mean, the colors, the green colors are very similar, obviously, and they're both kind of Range Rovers. He's also a Range Rover, of course, both Range Rovers. But he's a different model Range Rover. I think Miles Axelrod is somewhat of an underrated release. A lot of the Cars 2 cars you'll find me saying are underrated releases, in my opinion. Just because they don't really get re-released a lot. Of course, the Lemons, Greg, and Acer, or Acer at least, I don't know about Greg. Grem and Acer are coming back in 2025 from Thailand. Of course, Acer is, I'm not sure about Grem, but that'd be pretty cool to see. But of course, that's not the one I was really referring to when I said that she's the repaint. Maurice Walks here, and Sergeant Highgear, who is, of course, a Maurice Walks repaint himself. She is the same model as these two, and you'll find that she shares the same license plate as one of them. Of course, 2013 release for him, and I want to say 2016 or 2017 release for him. He was a Super Chase, and he was just a regular release. But I don't think he might have been re-released in 2015 as well. And of course, Super Chase, not re-released. But he was not a very hard Super Chase to find. I found a couple of him, and if I can find a Super Chase and a couple of Super Chases at that, I'm sure most people could have. So, obviously, you'll take a look at the similarities here. You can see the grills are identical, kind of the way their fronts are set up, even with the kind of divider between the eyes there. Very similar, as it should be, because they're repaints of each other. Go to the side here. Of course, she does have a lot more stuff added on, and of course, it's Thailand, whereas this is China. I don't think Maurice has been done from China. Sergeant Highgear was also China, so I don't think Thailand's done one of these models yet, aside from Margaret, of course. But go to the back here, and of course, you'll see the license plates are identical. Greng D2. Not really sure what that means. There's definitely some kind of meaning there, but I'm not sure what it is. It's not like an easy one, or it's just, you know, a birthday and two initials. There's something obvious there that I'm missing, but regardless, it's kind of weird. It doesn't make sense because Margaret, of course, is an American car, so she would have an American license plate, which is a state and, you know, text, not, you know, one of these European license plates, or in this case, an English license plate. So again, Mattel dropping the ball. It's really rare at this point for them to reuse license plate. Like, they really don't do this. Back in the day, M115 was a big license plate that they reused on a bunch of things, and, you know, 2010, 2009, those years, they reused a lot of license plates on a lot of different cars. Fishbowl as well in 2012 or 2011 for Cars 2. They reused on like Acer, Maldorado, one other one, one of the Maseratis. Yeah, at this point, they kind of stopped reusing license plates. They do a good job of making them unique, but here they really did drop the ball on the repaint. They repaint a lot of cars too, and it's unfortunate that Margaret kind of slipped through the cracks and did not get a unique license plate, but it is what it is. I do think Sergeant Highgear has... Oh, he's got Greng D1, so again, not sure what that means, but he does have a slightly different license plate by one, so at least Mattel made it... I don't know if you'll call this an effort, but they did change the license plate between Maurice Walks and Sergeant Highgear. Did not, of course, change it. At the very least, they could have done Greng D3. I think it would have been a cool kind of Easter egg as well. But also, it doesn't make sense because he came second, or he came first and he came second. So I'm not sure why it's 2 and 1. But regardless, if they did Greng D3, I wouldn't be complaining so hard. Still be complaining, but not as much as them not changing it at all. And another thing I wanted to point out about the wheels, you'll see Maurice Walks here. He's got kind of off-road wheels. See kind of, you know, indentations and stuff, texture wheels. Same Sergeant Highgear. She just rolled off a little. She did not fall, don't worry. Also has textured wheels. She, of course, has just normal tires, no texture, no off-road tires, which is interesting because usually when they repaint a car, they just leave the tires as is. But they did change the tires here, and of course, the rims are... I think the rims are actually the same, so that's even more interesting that they changed the tires and did not change the rims themselves. interesting. But yeah, there you go. There's Margaret Motorray. Of course, I'll show her next to Sergeant High Gear, but a little hard to compare them because he's got the big hat. And of course, he's also got like a hole in the roof where you insert the hat. So he's, I think, a completely different casting. They had to obviously change some stuff to make that hole. But yeah, I guess I'll put up where she appeared in the short. Obviously, notable scenes, but yeah, I'm kind of surprised they didn't release her earlier, and I do hope they release the RV, although, like I said earlier, give that about a 20% chance of a Amazon 3-pack happening. Again, I would assume if they do a 3-pack, it would either be Mater, McQueen, and the RV, or just Griswold, Margaret, and the RV, or McQueen and, like, Griswold and the RV or something, you know, some kind of mixture of those guys. I hope we get it, you know, but I kind of doubt we will, but regardless, Margaret here, very cool release. I do like her, and I'm glad that they made her, of course. And yeah, really like the accessories. Like the paint job, the camouflage, really unique kind of coloring here for a camouflage. You don't really see pink as usually as a camouflage color, but it works well on her. Like I said, like the accessories, and yeah, I mean, even though she's a repaint and the license plates an annoying thing, if you know, I display the cars like this, kind of forward facing, so you really can't see the license plate. So only I will know that the license plate is the same. It will only bug me, not anyone else looking at them. But regardless, hope you guys enjoyed. I really don't have much else to say about Margaret. Let me know if you found her, if you're in the U.S. and you found her as well. So I just want to see if people are actually finding them in the U.S. or not. Like I said, don't remember who I bought this from. It was either an Australian or an American. I'm gonna assume it was an Australian person, but yeah. So she's more common in Australia, but with a 2025 re-release, she should become more common in the U.S. as well. Regardless, I've gone on long enough. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.